Court does call the case of the people versus Cedric Blair.
Assistant Public Defender is not correct. On behalf of Blair, who is approached. Mr. Blair, state your name for the record.
Cedric Blair.
Judge, we're asking for an adjournment in this matter.
You have his violation from the second.
I do, Your Honor.
Let's address that.
Okay. Your Honor, I do understand that the violation report indicates a number of missed tests as well as a number of positive tests on the Soberlink device. And I see also that there was a missed test on 129, and the test before that on the 22nd was positive. I've had an opportunity to speak with my client about this. Mr. Blair has, he was very upfront with me. He wants to be very upfront with the court. He has admitted that he has been struggling. He states that he has been trying to do this on his own, but it's clearly something that he cannot. I've spoken with him about all of the options available. We're going to ask, I do have on the printer, but I can submit.
Is he admitting to the violation?
He will be admitted to the violation.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I do have a release to treatment order drafted up if the court would be willing to sign that. I've explained to him the benefits of a lot of the treatment facilities that Washtenaw County offers, or at least we're able to get him to. And he says that he wants to take a serious attempt at this. He's looking to reunite with his 18-year-old daughter, and he wants to be the best version of himself when he does that.
If I may, I'd also like to add that I have 2 different interviews coming up. And if it's somehow that I am able to walk out of here without going to treatment, I mean, treatment is definitely an option, but could we maybe, I would suggest an alcohol tethered versus the Soberlink, because I have actually forgotten this in places before, which is why I missed a couple tests and whatnot. But that would be.
Well, the missed tests don't bother me as much as your positive test. And
That
the
would be-
Soberlink doesn't, or the Scram doesn't necessarily help with that. We got to find a way to get your addiction under control and to really have you fulfill what your counsel's indicated is probably the most admirable thing you want to do, and that is be the best version of yourself for your daughter. All right. If that requires me to not let you walk out of here, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, because I think you want to do that. And I just looking at the best way to do it. You had a number of, you're really slipping. And I'm not, in saying that, I'm not saying that you weren't trying. I think that you were. You just have come to the realization you can't do it yourself.
I'd also like to add, if I may, another thing of that for my stress is trying to find employment. And I have, like I said, I have an interview today at 1 o'clock, and I have an interview at Biggs tomorrow. That was part of my stress and my basis for not coming to drop. I called the number, but if I didn't have the money, I didn't come. Because, I mean, I had to collect bottles just to get the bus fare down here for them to tell me, well, if you don't have the money, then you can't drop anyway. So it's like, it was a catch-22. So I was like, I've even put my applications in at McDonald's so I can at least have the money to pay for my drug screens. And there was no one to borrow from or nothing. Like, I have no one.
Yeah. All right. What I'm going to do is I'll adjourn this probable cause over to March 5th, 2026 at 9. at this point, based upon the violations and that he's admitted to those violations, I'm going to cancel the bench warrant that's out there. But I'm going to revoke his bond and remand the defendant to custody. I will sign the order regarding release.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll have that submitted to the court right away.
I apologize, Your Honor. What's March 5th?
March 5th. Does call the case of Beaver versus Matthew Smith. Is that right?
Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Mr. Would you state your name for the record?
Matthew Smith.
Your Honor, we are requesting an adjournment in this matter so that we can have an opportunity to review some media. We also are asking, pursuant to the report received from Community Corrections, that Mr. Smith be able to test, use an oral screening as opposed to a urine screening.
Does he have a medical marijuana card?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Why didn't you provide it to them? Do you have it with you?
I don't. Miss Dozier has it on file. I spoke to her this morning. She said she had to put a copy of it in there.
Where is your card?
I'm sorry.
Where is your card?
I think it might be in my backpack in the car.
I don't see on here where she's indicating that you have presented a medical marijuana card to her. Well, first of all, in regard to your request, I'm not going to change it because he's missing tests.
Your Honor, it was my understanding from reviewing the report that she's marking them as missed, but actually he's appearing but not able to provide a sample.
There are two things. One, so on December 16th, January 2nd, January 12th, January 22nd, and February 12th, the results are missed, but they are marked that he's unable or refused. On December 24th and on January 30th, it's missed, but not because he just missed a test. Can you see if you can get through to Miss Dozier, see if there's a card?
It is. But I did talk to her this morning. She said she had it. Yeah, it should be in there.
Your Honor, Mr. If we could pass, he will either go look for it, or if you would like for us to stay here, we'll see if his sister is available to
Pardon?
to go into the car to look for his medical marijuana card.
That says, yes, with an issue date of 5/8/24 and an expiration date of 5/8/26.
Okay, we have,
Thank you.
he's good. All right, you want an adjournment on this?
Yes, please.
I'm not. We can change his testing to a swab, but I don't want any missed tests. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'll adjourn probable cause conference then to March 12th, 2026, 9 a.m. And we'll continue.